YouTube, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. In this video, guys, as you can see from the title, we have a video talking about the replica build for Magic Johnson. This, as you can see on your screen, is kind of my first little take at a tier list for most of the replica builds. Not all of them are listed here. There are some that are missing, obviously major ones like MJ and Luka Doncic and some other players as well, but obviously I will be updating this list with the players that I am missing soon. Obviously this is just what I got done in the spare time that I had the last couple days, so obviously, like I said, I'm missing some players, and I know. But for the players that I do have listed here, I was able to go through and make every single one of these builds and take a look at them and just rate it based on the build. Now, also, the builds that I did make were represented from 2K Labs, not necessarily from people's videos. So keep that one in mind. So right here in the God tier, like just right off the rip, there's a lot of builds that are in the good section that I feel like could be really good or have the potential to maybe be God tier compared to some of the other builds. And if I was able to take a closer look at them and actually closer analyze those builds compared to the other ones. But obviously I did this in a short amount of time with the spare time that I had, obviously because I'm working a lot and I sleep during the day because I literally work all night, so keep that in mind. But also, let's go into this because we are starting with the GOAT tier, because definitely Magic Johnson, I feel like, has one of the best builds, the best replica builds, I should say, and there's a very good reason for that, and I will tell you guys about that when I'm showing you the build. But we're going to start from God tier, then we're going to go into good, where I'm going to start off with Chris Paul, then go over to Gary Payton, Steve Francis, so on and so forth until we get through that. Then we're going to go into playable, and also keep this in mind that, these aren't really like, yes, they're ranked from, and put into their sections, but in those sections, they're not necessarily ranked in any specific way, but they are organized based on position. So you see Chancey Billups, Gilbert Arenas, Derrick Rose, and Sleepy Floyd, they're all point guards, and you have both Kobe's, Dwayne Wade, Vince Carter, all of them are in the shooting guard position. Then you have Paul Pierce, DeMar, you have Kawhi even, then you also have Clyde the Glide. You have all these players that are small forwards, and we have our power forwards, the two power forwards, Tim Duncan and Kevin Garnett. Then the rest in that list are centers. Obviously, then we have in the mid section, De'Aaron Fox, point guard, Dominique Wilkins, small forward, and then we also have Zion in the power forward. So there you have it. That's just how I have it organized. That's how it's ranked there. Not necessarily like ranked, but they're organized by position in the certain rank that they are in. So with that being said, let's go ahead, let's stop talking, let's get into how to make this build. I've already made it. Make sure that you guys are in the point guard position, right-handed, and with the jersey number of 32, 6'9", 215 pounds with a 7-foot wingspan, and these are the attributes, so you guys can go ahead and pause the video to make this for yourself if you want to. But now that you guys have actually paused it, take a look at the stats for yourself. The people that actually want to hear me and listen to what I have to say about this, hear me out about all these. Now, keep in mind that you are literally going to have mostly playmaking in this, but you are going to be able to shoot, you are going to be able to finish and post score, and you're also going to be able to have some decent defense. Now, it's not going to be the best defense in the world, considering that you don't really have much when it comes to it. I mean, obviously, when you take a look at the build, you don't have a block rating in terms of the 2K Lab version, so you don't have a block rating. But at that point, I don't really see the point in having a block rating if you are going to be playing the point guard position, that is, because you're mainly going to be going up against guards, and your centers should be able to defend the paint themselves and be very good at that. But you are tall enough to be able to get the rotations onto bigs that are able to stretch the floor out. So I definitely do like the idea of being a taller guard. So while we're on the topic of defense, let's start at defense. Having an 80 interior is really, really good. So even if you are against a big man, you are able to lock him down somewhat, be able to stop him in the paint. But it's not like you're going to be super effective at blocking because, like I said, you have a 25 block rating. You're not going to be super effective at steals, but you do have a steal rating as well. You can grab some rebounds, but in literally the case of what this is, it's really, really good because you have the 80 perimeter and the 80 interior. So if you need to, you can literally swap inside and out in between, you know, like the perimeter and the interior. You can just keep swapping in between. Also, what's really, really good is that because you don't have a block rating, it's not like you're going to be able to chase people down. However, though, what's going to be great is you are going to be good at defending the perimeter against big men that are able to stretch the floor. So if you are playing against a team that has somebody that is able to be a stretch and stretch the floor out to the corner and whatnot, and if your guy gets around you and starts driving, you can easily have your big man pick up and you can roll over to the corner or wherever the other player is, and you can just easily pick them up. They're not going to be able to shoot consistently because you do have a perimeter defense rating, which is really decent, but it's just really, really great that you are able to utilize the fact that you are a 6'9" point guard and be able to roll off of your man and just quickly pick up on the open center, because if your center is going to be picking up in the paint, then you just quickly swap and then it's all good. Make sure to get those rotations down. Obviously, it's harder to do if you're playing with randoms, but obviously if you're playing with a team, this build is definitely going to be very, very nice on the defensive end. And then also, if you are, you know, swapping to where you are in the interior, or if you are not swapping at all, I should say, and you are guarding your guy in the interior because they're trying to, you know, back you down or whatever the case may be, you can still grab some rebounds if needed. Now, another thing about this build that I definitely will say is you don't really need to use this build like a big man, considering that you aren't necessarily a big man. You are still playing the guard position, so you can easily play this as a guard, which means you can have ankle braces, you can have menace as well, you can have clamps, challenger, even interceptor, but it's not like you're going to be utilizing rebound chaser or brick wall or even pogo stick as much as other bigs will. However, what's really, really great is the fact that all of your big man badges are tier 3 badges. In your guard badges that usually you would see in tier 3, being a guard and a perimeter defender, clamps, challenger, interceptor, and even glove, you would usually see those as tier 3 badges because of you being like a shorter guard and whatnot. But because you're 6'9", you have big man badges as your tier 3 badges, which means that you can fully utilize the guard badges and the perimeter defensive badges to your advantage, because they're obviously going to cost less and you don't need to spend like the 10 points to finally be able to get your clamps. You can literally earn up to 3 or 4 badge points and then get challenger on silver, and then be able to utilize that and get that as your core badge and use clamps. And you can also get ankle braces and menace if you want. Like, obviously use whatever badges you want. But even if you wanted to use one of these tier 3 badges, you are still able to use the 10 points here, be able to use one of these badges here. Say like you wanted to use brick wall or even pogo stick if you wanted to, or rebound chaser, whichever one of these 3 that you wanted to use, you can easily go ahead and use the 10 points, use your extra 5 points to get one of these badges on bronze, and then just keep working at getting that badge to core, and then you core that badge, and then you're also able to utilize, you know, another bronze badge. Say you wanted rebound chaser and brick wall, then you're able to go ahead and just, you know, grab whichever one you want, get it to your core badge, and then get the other one after you core it. Or maybe you don't want to use any one of these at all. cool, then you just core a badge like challenger, and then that literally leaves you all 15 badge points still, and then you don't have to rely on having to get 10 points going to tier 3, getting that tier 3 badge with 5 points on bronze, 6 for silver, 7 for gold, and 8 for Hall of Fame. So you don't have to really worry about those really high badge point upgrades here, and you can just focus like just really on tier 2 and tier 1 and use that to your advantage. So enough with defense, let's talk about the playmaking, because obviously the playmaking is the bread and butter of this build. It's great considering that you're not really going to be a guy that's going to be trying to drive by opponents, which is what clamp breaking usually does. Obviously you do have a really good ball handling though, so it's like if you want to, you can obviously use some of these tier 3 badges. However, for a build like this, I feel like what's really great is because I'm not going to utilize clamp breaker on this build. What I am going to utilize is the fact that I can get dimer, floor general, I can get break starter. Like, you have a 95 pass accuracy, so you have the ability to have needle threader, bailout, quick first step, vice grip. You have like the ability to get ankle breaker, hyper drive, any badge that you really want here. So you really don't have to utilize any badge points, and that's also something I should mention here for defense. Say that you use all your points and there still is some badges that you would possibly want. Obviously you get a +4 after playing 5 to 6 games in your career. I believe it's like about 6 games in your career when you finally do get your +4 badge points. So you can obviously throw some badge points in here, get some extra points, so you can make sure you get all the badges that you want. Same here, obviously, but you have 25 badge points off the rip, so I don't really think there's a point to this. Obviously, you can just straight up just use 7 of those on Clamp Breaker if you want to, or maybe handles for days or killer combos, whichever one you want. Obviously, core whatever badges you want, use whatever badges you want, but I'm just giving you guys an idea on what you can use. But it's definitely going to be very nice, considering that you can use needle threader, dimer, you can have break starter if you so choose, you can have hyper drive on gold still if you wanted to use that. But it's really good having a lot of passing and playmaking badge options here, and that's very nice. So for shooting, shooting is definitely going to be very interesting, considering that you have this 76 mid-range, you have the 83 point rating, so you literally are able to shoot threes. I mean, my power forward is 6'10", and he's called a diming finisher, but he still has a 79 3-point rating, and I gave him the 79 3-point rating mainly so I can have that name of diming finisher and not have shooting in the name. But it's very interesting because the original build was going to be based on the two-way diming inside out score or something like that. I forget the name, but it is like a diming inside out scorer, I think. And then I just changed the stats up a little bit, made it to where it called me a diming finisher, where I was focusing more on my post ability and being able to shoot the 3 ball still with the 79 3-pointer, and it just works out very well. It's a really good build. But for this, obviously you have an 83 pointer, so you're able to shoot threes consistently with this. Obviously you have catch and shoot if you want to go that route. You have limitless range also available to you, only on bronze though. But obviously you can utilize these badges however you prefer to have them. You have Green Machine available, you have Agent 3s available as well. Sadly you're not able to get it to silver at least, but it's there, it's available for you. Catch and shoot on silver, blinders on silver, Deadeye on bronze. Too bad you can't get it on silver though. But like I was saying though, you have some decent badge count here because you have 19 badges. But then, like I mentioned before, take into consideration everything else, and then take into consideration the +4 and whatever you want to use your +4 on. So it's like, if you're fine with how defense is and you're just going to utilize the 15, not worry about your tier 3 badges, because you're not going to really be playing as a big man, you're playing as like more of a perimeter defender. with the ability to defend the paint as well if needed. Obviously, then you can just throw your +4 elsewhere, say here in shooting, just so you can get catch and shoot blinders and deadeye if you wanted to, or limitless range, or whatever the hell badge that you want. That's going to be pretty much the way to go. So just keep in mind you have the +4. Just remember that when making this build, and keep that in mind when you're trying to figure out what badges you want. So for finishing, obviously it's really good. You got a 90 driving layup. You don't really have the dunking ability. That's not really a problem though. Usually whenever you're making guard builds and whatnot, or especially me, if I'm making a guard build that's able to defend, that's able to have like really good playmaking as well, and be a good shooter, I will sacrifice my finishing. I'll give myself like a driving layup, but that's all I'll really give them, because that's all you really need. If you're gonna be playmaking, setting other people up, and being able to shoot the 3-ball and being able to defend, you're gonna have to sacrifice something. So finishing is gonna be the one thing sacrificed. So give a driving layup just in case you do get in a wide open lane, or on the fast break you're able to just toss up the layup on the fast break and be able to smack it. But what's really interesting about this is the fact that obviously like a big man, you have back down punisher, dream shake, drop stepper, post spin technician. You have them all available tier 1, so that's really good. You're not really gonna need giant slayer, considering that you're going up against guards, although you could run it if you want to, because a lot of the people that are in the paint are going to be centers. So you could run Giant Slayer if you want to. I don't really see the point in just wasting it off the rip. Also, that's just me just saying that I'm not going to be driving like that a lot. But I will say Slithery is going to be very good. Post Spin Technician is going to be very good, so you can post up. The other guards are going to be smaller than you. Masher is also going to be good just for that sake as well. If you are backing down your guard, and then also backing down your guard is gonna require the other team's big man to come into the paint and help, which means you can easily run a 5 out with this build, because somebody's got to help pick up, and if the center helps pick up in the paint, they're leaving their team down, because they're giving up 3-pointers. But if they don't, then they're just going to give up easy twos, because, more than likely the guy that you're guarding is going to be like 6'3", 6'4", maybe even shorter than that. Depends on what kind of build they were wanting. And they're not going to be able to stop you, especially with the back down punisher. You're able to get post score takeovers as well. So you're able to get post score takeover, power back downs, all that stuff. So you can use that to your advantage. But you also get back down punisher, dream shake, drop stepper, post spin technician on Hall of Fame, Slithery on gold. You can have Masher on gold as well. Fast twitch if you so want to have fast twitch, but it's not gonna be super important. But that's just enough of me rambling on about the badges and how my brain is working when I see each one of these sections here. But like I said, you have a really good ball handling, really good pass accuracy as well. You're goated on playmaking. You're able to shoot the 3-ball still with the 83-point rating, so you're going to be golden there. You have a really good post control to be able to post up on guards, and even up to small forward positions if they don't have a good interior defense. But then again, you also have the driving layup, so you're able to utilize the driving layup to your advantage if you want to do some driving, or even on fast breaks. Close shot is also good there for post scoring as well. And then for defense, you got really good interior and perimeter, so you can be an inside out defender. I like the idea of that kind of name, an inside out defender. That's really cool. But you can switch off onto bigs that are on the perimeter, or if your guys in the paint, you can also defend the paint, all that kind of stuff. You can grab boards as well. Very nice. You don't have to worry about stamina at all. You don't have a super high vertical, and it's just mainly because you don't have a driving dunk ability. Your strength is a little lower, but you can utilize the fact that you're still able to get power back downs and back down punisher on gold, because you have the 84 post control as well. And you also have a decent speed for being 6'9" with a 75 speed, 75 acceleration, so that's pretty good as well. But yeah, this video, this is a longer video, and I apologize for that, but I'm definitely love talking about how fucking god tier this build is. This is obviously going to be my rebirth build because of how great it is. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed this video, comment your feedback, and also if there's another way that you guys have made a magic build in exact replica, or at least make it to where it says magic and actually have it be the special replica build, let me know, because if there's other ways to make the magic build that could be slightly different but still as good as this, let me know in the comment section below. Anyway, that's going to be it for me. Hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next one. Later, everybody.